Hello everyone, I am once again talking about this video that I made a few days ago, but this is only because this person is making things worse for themselves and I have to talk about it. This is going to be the last video about this situation for now. Please be careful when watching this video or the first one because it contains topics such as grooming and inappropriate media. This video is mostly a response to the response, or a side of story as they called it. But first I want to mention something that I forgot in my last video. In my document, there was this particular part. Was when he was with his girlfriend. Also, like, she's known for being an artist, I guess. Her name's Rosalie. Like, this is when he supposedly was with her on VR chat, and there, I was like, is that a friend? But I guess it was not because, in my last video in my document in specific, they, from what I know, they met in Ponytown and stuff. And for I think that it was her that asked him out, and I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper on that later. But this was when they met. I guess for some reason he was gushing about her. I don't know. This was one of the times he was being inappropriate and stuff. He decided to just share an intimate moment he had with her. Like, he wrote a message about her motorboarding him. I didn't know what that was. I was like, I asked what was that, but as you can see, the message was deleted, and this kind of makes no sense if you just read it without context. He was like, "Good, you innocent child." Um, I was kind of shocked because they just met and they're like already acting like that, and it's weird. As you can see, they met in Ponytown. It's here. I went on to search what was motorboating, and as you can see the definition, I was kind of, why are you telling me that? Why do I need to know? Then he was like, bad, no cookie, and like saying that I shouldn't go looking it up after he says it, and then he for actually showed the picture. I know this is not like real or extremely explicit, but he was just talking about it to a 17-year-old like nothing is, like nothing. It's just weird. It's just very weird. It doesn't really make any sense at all. Yeah, for some reason he was saying stuff like this, but this was what I wanted to mention. I really forgot to say this. Like, he was using words that a minor wouldn't I fully understand. That's what happened to me. I didn't know what motorboating was, and I don't know why he felt the need to share that with a 17-year-old. He was fully aware since he would always call me kiddo and always treat me like a child. We're always, so there's no excuse for this. So we're now going on a part where we got his response. I only found this response when this comment appeared on my video, and I will assume this is another account of his because there wouldn't be a random person. Uh, yeah, that's how I got here, and now we're gonna go over his document. He's saying like, I made this account to address an issue that has risen. I also made this document to respond to Wizz's document and video about me, Stormfall, Thunder Aura. I have no bad intentions, nor did I ever. Let's see if he did have bad intention or not by going over his document. So, um, I'm gonna like read what he wrote, and I'm gonna answer like what I think about this. I saw the document, and now I'm gonna fully answer. So he starts with, this is going to be pretty low quality since I have never made a document on anything, but there has been some issue with a YouTube creator named Wizzy. I have had no intentions on grooming them, as I'm not that type of person, but some actions I should have not also done, and I will take full responsibility on it. However, some of the actions and screenshots that they took made me look worse than it was. Yes, Wizzy was 17, and I being a 27-year-old. This is kinda okay. I guess it's low quality, whatever. Um, he's First of all, he's saying that I took screenshots that made them look worse, but that is not the case. If you see the screenshots with good eyesight and stuff, you're gonna see that I'm not trying to make him look bad. I'm stating what he did was wrong, and what he did was it has like a definition. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to give you a bad reputation in general. For some reason, he's showing this like so. So here is the first time I met them. I had joined the server with a GIF of the character because I thought it was cool. But upon entering, I was told to remove it, which I did, but did not see anything in the rules about it. But I did as asked. I don't know why this is important to say, because I never in my document or my video, I never said that it was bad or that I was exposing you for using my character as your profile picture. I was only talking about how you got in my server. That's how I knew you. I never said that it was wrong somehow. I don't know why you feel the need to mention this on your response. That's not really a response. You're just saying random stuff here. Okay. For some reason, he's showing how we were interacting. It's very confusing because this is so irrelevant to the situation in general. Like, of course we were friends. Why do you think I'm literally talking about you, about what you did? Because you've been doing it for quite some time. That's why I'm talking about you. But okay, whatever. I have a few screenshots of a lot of the conversations dating from first time we spoke to the last time we spoke. I understand that it may have seemed a little friendly or whatnot, and everyone has their fears and such. In that screenshot was when my first time in SFM, to which Wizzy was teaching me how to work it, because I had never touched it. This is still irrelevant. I never mentioned anything bad about how we met each other, because in general it was all customer service, and I guess he ended up talking to me a lot, so I was like, of course I'm gonna answer. That's what I do. I'm mostly friendly with people. I don't really ignore them. If they ask me something, I'm gonna answer. If it really depends on the question, but this is it's still irrelevant to talk about. And overall, I was never scared of him when he came, because when he came and the first time he spoke on my server, he was like, "Are your commissions open or something?" I was like, "Sure, of course they are." That's how we started. That's what I said in my document. I never said that you were creepy somehow in the beginning or something. I don't know. This one here, I was showing gratitude because Weezy did something for me. It was one of the Daryl season Thunder. It was fun because I was also messing with how posing and stuff at work, which was cursed. I'll be real, I don't expect anyone to care about myself, but I'm showing my side. This is not, this is nothing. This is nothing burger. This is nothing. I never complain about the way we are interacting, because this has nothing. There's nothing bad here. This just looks like, this is just friendly, Just, there's nothing really here. It's very useless to talk about this on your response. You're not talking about what I'm calling you out for. This is nothing. This one you should know about where I adopted them as my child. Yes, I understand this may seem creepy or disgusting, but I assure you it was not for that. This proves nothing. This is absolutely nothing. Saying that it was not for that doesn't say anything. I also never complained, never said that adopting me was bad. I was comparing the way you are treating me with your new girlfriend, and the things you were sending me. That's what I was doing. I was never complaining that you adopted me. I couldn't care less. I was like, okay, you adopted me, fine. Even in my messages, I was like, I even wrote that I was so confused because you were supposed to be a customer, but in the end, you decided to be closer to me. That's what I was saying. I have the message for that. It's in my document too. So this is very useless and irrelevant to say. I never complain about this. Really, this is nothing. This is really nothing. However, later down the line, I did raise a question if they wanted me to stop. I would have understood if they said no. As you can see here, I was like saying I was confused because I was just doing a commission for him, and it was like he was like, if he asked me to be his online son or something, I was like, okay, if that makes you somehow happy, then so be it. That's what I was saying in this message. Like I said, I wasn't complaining about being adopted. I was like, okay, whatever. I was just no, there's nothing wrong. I wanted to just say no if I was actually uncomfortable. I was just randomly, like it was random. I was just okay, fine. I said that, whatever. I never complained about that. So even if they were scared, if they had just said no, I would have stopped and said sorry. I am an understanding person. Saying it again, this is irrelevant, and overall, this is not what I was complaining about. I was making a comparison, and this is just useless. Literally, there's nothing here. This is continuing from the "it's up to you though" for the whole parental thing. I don't know how to describe that gift they sent, but a weird dance. And again, this is messy because I don't know how to word this. I am sorry. This is not an answer. It doesn't matter if you know how to work with this. If you're actually trying to somehow answer the facts or something, you somehow prove me wrong or something, which is not what you're doing at all. And it's very weird that no, it's actually weird that you are saying that. My gift is weird because this is someone that plays Fortnite. He's just dancing. The gift is just dancing. Look at this. As you can see, the GIF isn't something weird. I don't know. I think he just said this because I was talking about the pornographic GIF he sent me, and like as you can see, he's like, "I am sorry. This is nothing. Like it's nothing really." I don't know what is this. But okay, let's read what he has to say. This here shows that we're okay with it. I assumed anyway. You already know the part where I said I built a skull front for them. Even though they were some random bitch online, those who know that sometimes random people on the internet can become a family or so on. Okay? I have a lot of screenshots of majority of the conversation, so I'll just point out the ones that don't drag this out. I will admit I did get some hate and why I shut down my pages. I don't want people to be pointed out because I don't blame them with what they saw. Or hunting down my Spotify, Facebook, and other stuff was uncalled for. At that point, it just seemed like harassment. You have made your point and sorry cropped most of the things that make me look bad. With that said, the nature that I sent to Wheezy was not in any way to bribe them or anything. And here's the screenshot for that too. I do believe I sent them Nitro twice because of something being too big to send for Discord. I just a downgrade in quality. For some reason he's showing that I guess he was parenting me online, whatever, and sending me gifts or whatever. Um, you can see it was not for any wrong reason, to which they accepted and could now send gifts or whips of commissions. At the time, I had a job and did not mind sending Nitro Wheezy was not the only one who got that. I'm gonna stop here for a moment because I want to say something. First of all, I'm not. I'm not hunting down his Spotify, Facebook, and stuff. I'm spreading awareness about someone that it could be a potential danger around other minors. Considering what he did to me and the video was doing, I had to, if you see this user somehow in any of these platforms, I suggest you block them, or it would be preferable if you did. I'm not trying to like send haters or I don't know somehow take down these pages because all I ever wanted was an honest apology, and you will see later. There's not no, there's an honest apology is not existent here. Like there's none, really, there's none, and that is very heartbreaking. I really don't know. I don't understand, but okay, whatever. Yes. Now about the Nitro. At first, yes. I actually didn't mention, but yes. I was just I don't have Nitro, so I can't send them the commissions or something because my files are too big. And I guess he did send me a gift of Nitro, and I was like, okay, cool. But then it was so random. Every time we joined calls and stuff, he would send me nitro without me even mentioning it or something. That is one of the things. It was just really uncalled for, let's say. Like, there was no use for it. You weren't giving me nitro to give you more commissions or something, to send you more commissions or whatever, because it was just a random call and there was no mention of it. There wasn't any type of deal that every time you were working, I was working on a commission, you would tell me nitro. You did this by your own free will. I never asked for any nitro or something. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, even if it's not to bribe me or something, you still sent it. Uh, yeah, you ended up sending it without any real reason except the first time because it was never mentioned anymore. So yeah, so he was comparing that he was giving nitro to someone else for commissions. Yeah, okay. But due to their parents, it did not allow them to have a PayPal. They are okay with this, mind you. And for those who just assume they are over 18. This is irrelevant comparing to what I was saying. You weren't giving me nitro for commissions. You gave me nitro by your own free will. You weren't paying me for a commission with nitro. So that is a different situation. Now let's talk about that GIF I was talking about. I talked about my document and my video. So now onto this. This is standard, the GIF thing that Discord uses, also what I assumed to be head pass, and I thought it was cute. Little did I know when I sent it to someone I met in VR chat who I removed it a while ago, told me it was a porn image. I was not aware until they told me. Should I have reverse image search it? Yes, but I also did not know it was an image like that. And I take full responsibility. I went with the one who started saying, crush me with your thighs. It's wrong of me, and I admit it. Okay, let's see. So he's saying that he didn't know, but then he says that he sent it to someone in VR chat, and they told him it was a porn image. But you still sent it to me 2 times. Apparently, someone already told you about it, and you still went on your way to send it to me. So you are kind of contradicting yourself here. You're saying that you didn't know, and then you also sent it to someone else on VR chat, but you still sent it to me 2 times. How and yeah, you're saying that you take full responsibility about this, but you're proving yourself wrong. Later, I'm gonna show you guys that. This is just bullshit. Oh well. Um, And to the next point, with me calling them darling, this one I use a little commonly back then, not just to them. I call almost my friends darling or sweetie, sweetie being rarely used. Um, let's see. As you can see, I call all the darling before them, and as you do, I understand that people know I think all darling or anything like that. If Wizzy didn't again, I would have understood. I have nothing against Wizzy, and I am clear on why they are calling me out. However, I also feel like the screenshots they show me are just without actual context and cropped just to make me look like a creep. I never said that calling me darling or whatever was creepy. I was comparing that you were using like pet names and stuff, like treating me like a kid or a child, whatever, and then sending me inappropriate stuff, and then dating someone a year older than me. That was I was making a comparison. I was never complaining that you were calling me darling or kiddo or kid. I never complained about that. I was making a comparison. that that's the main thing of my video is I make comparisons because that's what you did. You were sending me inappropriate stuff while treating me like your kid because you are my online dad and I was your son, and that was what I was doing. So this is very irrelevant. You're talking about something else. This is not what I'm talking about. So this is very irrelevant, as I said. I'm not cropping pictures to make you look like a creep. I'm showing you what happened. Uh, I don't know if you actually watched the same video or something, but whatever. Most of the conversations are rather normal. They're having their content stolen or people being weird calling them their GF. I wanted to help with the stolen content because it was also not just theirs, but commissions people did too, including my commissions. I don't know why this is relevant. I don't think the video is still up, but I don't know how TikTok works. I had yap and refused to touch it. This is a nothing burger. Yet again, there's nothing here. What does this have to do with what I'm calling you out for? Like we're almost ending this. And he still didn't mention at least like 3 things that he did wrong. I mentioned several things in my document in my video, and Barry spoke about those. He never spoke about the motorboating. He never spoke about like how you really shouldn't have been inappropriate. He was just like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's not it. That's not it. That's not an actual apology. That's not taking accountability. You still showed that like later on. So this is nothing. I tried being supportive, but when I liked how his style improved, I asked to have the old ones revamped, especially rhinestone eyes, because of an issue with the eyes, which I helped Wizzy fix. But in the screenshots, Wizzy self-data Twitch as an artist used to be Twitch streamer. Self-data can destroy things or how you work or what you make. I don't know why this is. I don't know why this is relevant. Okay, you supported me, so what? You also supported your own actions. Your friends are supporting your actions. Oh, but they said I'm wrong. You're not saying you're wrong. At this point, you just don't care. You don't care at all about the damage you cause. Like this is actually just you're still showing nothing. Why do you think I never showed like most of the conversations? Because yeah, they were rather normal, but as mentioned in my video and in my document, you start to get uncomfortably friendly with me. So yeah, you get my point. I really also said that in the beginning it was mostly talking about commission stuff you liked. I literally said that. You're just repeating what I said. It's Here's where I'll help fix the eye issue for the vids. It took a while, but we got it in the end. Why is this relevant? Why are you talking about this instead of talking what you did? Like you're not. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. Why is this relevant? There's nothing here. You did nothing. I did nothing. We're talking about a glitch about in SFM. Like. Okay. Also, this screenshot is pretty random, and I never mentioned you moving my server because there's no point. I don't know why you're showing this because you know that you left the server. I don't know why you said this, but okay, whatever. I don't know why this was important to show, but okay. I don't know why to show this. I also remember getting a message from Wheezy, which got deleted, with them saying it made it to Equestria Daily. Yeah, I was happy that my video, I guess the one that he commissioned, was being promoted on the site that I really wasn't. I'm not really in there, but you know, I was happy and I sent the message to them, but they really didn't give. They didn't really care about it. I remember clearly. I sent the message and they just didn't care at all. They just moved on to another topic. So I was like, I'm gonna delete it, I guess. Um. Okay. Again, I apologize for the shoddy pages and stuff. But in the screenshot above, you can see Wizzy being supportive to me. I rejoined the server, but I didn't really interact in it. Maybe a few words and an intro, I think, but that was it. You all may see this as being creepy or whatever, but throwing the term groomer around as if I was trying to do something with Wizzy, I was not. Never would have thought people would assume, apart from what is in their document and video, it's a one-sided. I don't want to call them out on anything, but this really fucked me up. I am not playing the villain nor am I the victim. I have more screenshots on most of the comments and I really just want to clear my name. I am sorry about those things. I should have known better, but I was more than happy to speak up. This is enough or not for that video to be taken down. And us to not see each other again, consider it done. Okay, so you think that throwing the term groomer around is like random? No. I am giving you the definition of the conversations. The chat logs were suggestive, inappropriate. You were uncomfortably close to me. You were uncomfortably close to a 17-year-old when you're 27, showing and making sexual jokes and stuff. That is like getting them comfortable with you. Want it or not, that is actually grooming. That's what happened. That you have so many friends that you could share that with, and you decided to share it with me when I was 17. So this was all on you. Like, this is actually being creepy, in my opinion. Like, imagine doing that to a minor. Like, that the minor is gonna feel uncomfortable, but they're gonna let it slide because that's what grooming does. Some people just try to defend that. That there's no defense. Oh, you could have just said no. Oh yeah, that's so easy. Tell that to like a rape victim. That doesn't make any sense at all. So you're saying that, but in the end, you are clearly trying to make yourself the victim, especially when you're changing your Discord and stuff. So yeah, you're like, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna delete Twitch and stuff. But then you go and you're like, oh no, I wanna get back to it again. No. He was acting like I didn't want to see him anymore. That was not my point. My point, I was just overall, it was just an honest apology. You didn't apologize with honesty. You're just trying to um, control everything here. Because, like I said, I'm gonna show you how sorry he is. So now let's see. Now, if anything, me or Rosalie, this may seem sick to most of you, and simply I met her a few months ago, about 2 months. Yes, there is a 9 year age gap. I know most of you don't care or find it disgusting. That's a big ass lie. Yes, I also know you all don't care that there are worse out there. What the fuck are you saying? Are you actually crazy? Is it okay to like a 50-year-old man dating an 18-year-old? Oh yeah, they don't care. It's worse, but it's okay though. She's legal. It shows, but she asked me out, and since then we have been happy. So stick your noses in someplace else, please. Yes, this is also pointing to her saying "I love you" in my stream chat. She would also made it clear she didn't want to share her Discord, but was found and then added that I think the same person who spoke to her in Ponytown, I guess. Okay, this part. Um, I'm not complaining that you got yourself a girlfriend. I'm complaining mostly about the age gap and the way that you found someone a year older than me. That was the biggest problem because let's see, we were literally very close friends, basically, or you were my online parent and stuff. But then you went on your way to find someone a year older than me, and that is like, so you're my friend, but you're dating someone just a year older than me. That's so weird, and that's not appropriate at all. And even if you're not my friend now, you're still 27, going after an 18-year-old. You're almost 30. That it's not right. Oh, it's legal. It's not right. So you're like, you're telling me like if the age of consent was like lower, would you go? Like imagine if the age of consent was like 10 or something, in which some countries are like that. Like if the age of consent was 10, would you go after that just because it's legal? You went for that, not me, because that's what you're saying here. Oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. And like you're thing about you're talking about the Discord and stuff. I was the one giving the Discord. Okay, I saw her profile and stuff. I was like, she wouldn't want to talk. She didn't want the proofs. Oh, because she was like, oh, I'm just being careful with my Discord. But she's around, like she's going around on VR chat and like joining servers, including yours, like sharing her Discord still. That doesn't make any sense. You're not being careful with your Discord. There's not even a boundary or something. You're just straight up joining servers and going in VR chat. Like that is you know and still I was the one giving the Discord, so I know you're acting like I don't know, someone just hacked her account or something. That is not it. I was the one giving the account because we wanted to talk to her before um taking action, like the video and stuff. If she wanted to talk to us, maybe this video wouldn't have happened or the other. So if you want any more proof, I am happy to give it to you. No way did I have intention of doing anything to Wheezy. Makes me sick you all think that. I will leave this, yes, I call my OC a MILF. But what Wheezy said did shock me. This art was in no way suggestive or unsafe for work. She was intending to take him over. Yes, it is war. Okay, let's see. I never said that, like, this. Of course, it's a piece of art that it's not safe for work. It's not inappropriate. When I said that Nightmare or this OC was like a slut, I was talking about the OC, not the art. I wasn't sexualizing this art in specific. And also, do you know what MILF means? Basically, MILF means like MILF is like an acronym that stands for Mother I Like to Fuck. This abbreviation is usually used in colloquial English instead of the whole phrase. It connotes an older woman, typically one with children, considered sexually attractive. Like it's still a sexually attractive woman who has children or is in an early middle age. You're still talking about something sexual to me, and like how if you're talking about that, then me saying that the OC was like a scut isn't like a big deal, because even in the messages you weren't even concerned about that. Like, yeah, this is the thing, I said that, yeah. Yeah, he went on said that she was built like a muscle mommy. He was still saying somehow that she was sexy and shit. I am going to end it here. I don't care what happens to my name as of now, but I wish Weezy nothing but the best. I hold no hate here, and if things clear up, I would like to go back to streaming without issues. I am willing to talk. See it as you will. So as you can see, he made an update to his document, and I guess that's what's gonna read, right? After Weezy commented on my Blue Sky post, we did talk to each other, but when I went to go reply, they blocked me, they had blocked me, okay, and deleted their comments. I have one screenshot of them trying to talk it out, but yeah, they blocked me. I am done trying to prove myself. I am going to go back to streaming till they can make up their mind if they want to talk or not. I admitted I was wrong, and I am accountable, but still. Okay, so this part. It was when I guess I went to his account, and I was like, maybe I can try to talk to him about the things he did. Um, I'm gonna show some screenshots of me trying to talk to him about what he did in general. But he one of the things he like mentioned that was extremely uh, it wasn't a good look. It was like he's gonna like leave he's gonna leave the account for proof or whatever until the video is removed. So this was like proof that he only made this apology just so I could remove my video. It wasn't just because he was actually apologizing or he was actually guilty for what he did. Nothing. It was just because he wanted me to remove the video. So I was still trying to talk to him. I'm gonna show screenshots and stuff. There, whatever. Um, yeah, I was talking to other people about this. That I was talking to him on Blue Sky, and one of them suggested that it wasn't worth it. That I should block them and just it wasn't really worth it because he was gonna try and switch the narrative and stuff, like manipulate everything here. So that's what I did. I was like, I don't owe him an explanation. I don't owe him uh any like reasoning for why I made the video, why I blocked him, why everything. I don't owe him anything. So yeah, I blocked them. Yeah, he got so mad with this. Like it's crazy because I don't know why he was like so mad about this when he was the one actually blocking my friends first for no reason. He blocked Estimations and Daisuke out of nowhere. They have nothing to do with the situation. I have the screenshots, as you can see them here. Going back to his Blue Sky, he made another update. So he was like, after remaking my YouTube, Wizzy is once again hunting me down and claiming I am worried because of a quote I put there. I am not worried, nor do I care. You are just making it seem like I am. I couldn't care less for you, nor I have since you deleted your comments here. Yeah, as you can see from in the screenshot, I was just spreading awareness about his new YouTube channel because he's trying very hard to come back, despite everything he did. So yeah, there was like this part he was like there has been a small update to the doc. If you go back, this is the other update. So he was like, I was informed that Wheezy has been pretty much stalking my Twitch and any account I make. Only reopened my YouTube. You said yourself you don't condone harassment, Wheezy, but yet that is exactly what you're doing. Yes, I am streaming again, and I don't care about this anymore. Post what you want, but this obsession doesn't seem healthy. You see my point? He just straight up said he doesn't care about anything anymore. He doesn't care about his name being outed as a groomer, or he overall admitted that he was doing all of this just so I could remove my video. And just because I am spreading awareness about this, he's calling me a stalker. But it's actually very funny because he's the one going on my video several times, going over my edited comment that was like days ago. That's how he took the screenshot. Like here he went to my edited comment, like, you are the one going on my video several times, not me. Like I'm not stalking you, I'm spreading awareness. People, if the people find you, I want them to not interact with you since you've done that to me. Oh, but I'm not gonna do it to anyone else. Yeah, sure. That what you said proves that a lot. Yes, I don't care. I'm gonna go streaming again. Put what you want. You think I'm posting it? I'm posting these videos because I want? I would rather not. If I could, I would just shut up about this and keep and go on with my life. But I'm not because I'm actually worried that this might happen to someone else and this needs to be exposed because you damaged me. And you're just straight saying you don't care about what you did to me, even like it's very confusing and very heartbreaking. So overall, you're just being very selfish, very arrogant. This is not the way to go. This is not an apology at all. You're just straight up, oh, I don't care, I don't give a shit about this. Yeah, yeah, you can do what you want. You just proved my point here. This is not an apology. Now let's go like to a part where people were actually defending him. I guess they're mostly friends. I guess it's typical, you know. I had a comment, from a friend of his known as Daigen the Ren. They came to my comment section and was all supportive of me and saying that they were also groomed. But when Thunder made this new blue sky, suddenly Daigen was a follower. So I went on Instagram to ask why he was following Thunder, and this is what I got. So you can see where on my Instagram, I went to talk to them. I was like, "Hi, may I ask why are you following them? Just curious since you commented on my video." As you can see, this was before I blocked them and stuff. So Daijin actually went followed me on some social. So I was like, maybe they're on my side or something. I don't know. But yeah, I found out that so, Nigel said, we talked, communicated, and explained how hurt I was, and reprimanded them. Then they explained their side of things and apologized. I believe what they did was wrong and harmful. I don't believe that they are a pedophile or acting intentionally. Therefore, I see no reason to stop being their friend unless I see ongoing behavior after this, especially because they sought out help. And I said, I never accused them of pedo. It's weird and concerning how you forgave them so easily for sharing your own art to a minor. According, if you, in their comment, they were like saying that their art was like 18 plus and stuff. It wasn't appropriate for minors. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. So that forgiveness is concerning when they admitted they were wrong and owned up to their wrongdoing and are actually thinking to be better. I answered, a freaking 27-year-old, really. Stop babying them. He's old enough to know these things. He doesn't need a minor to tell them what he did wrong. And they said, showing grace isn't babying. Being loving despite how hurt and disappointed I am is not babying. Babying would be telling him that it's not his fault and not to worry about it. Adulthood doesn't mean one knows everything, especially something one isn't well versed in. I wouldn't know what to say or how to act in a press conference, but I'm an adult. Shouldn't I know how to act in a formal setting? I've never been to one before, so how am I to know? Uh, it's a similar concept. I also not obligated to explain my actions if they're not evoking harm, even so I have. Now I myself am uncomfortable with messaging young people. I sympathize with you and how you were harmed, but now you're making me uncomfortable by dragging me further into this. Please refrain from doing me further after this is resolved. Then what was this like? I was entering like, then what was this about? I thought you understood my video. This is the screenshot where they were like, I hate that my art, all of the art in this video was sent to someone under 18. My content can sometimes be explicit, and I've said it before that I am uncomfortable in spaces where may have access to it. I feel betrayed and heartbroken, especially because when I was a kid, I was also in a similar situation with grooming. I'm so sorry this happened to you. So, you are sympathizing with a groomer. Oh, but they wouldn't know. So they don't know, but they know that sharing a nocivable role with a minor is wrong. That doesn't make any sense, and this at the same time sounds like it was something he told them. I don't know. Yeah, that was the comment, and I was still talking like I wasn't the one sharing your explicit art around minors, but yet me talking to you is making you uncomfy. You are just excusing his actions at this point, and you do not give a shit that he harmed me. Crazy. Okay, whatever. I just wanted to know. I won't be bothering you about this anymore since it's impossible to reason with the unreasonable. Good luck. So that's how I ended up blocking this person or his friend because they were literally saying that a 27-year-old didn't know what they were doing to a 17-year-old. In the document themselves, they probably found me weird, so they clearly know a little bit what was happening there. There is no excuse. Like, you are babying them. If you're like, oh, they didn't know. They didn't know. What are an adult? They don't know everything. Oh, but he knows how to make a Nazi for workflow in his server. But he doesn't know that it's wrong to share with minors? Like, in the end, none of you are right, and you just, all of you proved my point. And this was a grooming situation, and you're just worrying about your ass. Oh, but he harmed me too, but he apologized, and I don't think that was that bad. What about me? Oh, but I'm not. You're making me uncomfortable. Just because I'm talking to you about your friend doing that kind of shit, it's making you uncomfortable? What about what? What about what he did? Oh, but I already talked to them. You are so wrong with that, bro. You're not. That's not the way, like, to go about it. Like, overall, you guys just proved my point here, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so that's one thing I forgot to mention about this his new YouTube channel. I don't know why the fuck he deleted his last one. I don't know if it was mostly because he on his YouTube channels or something. He posts clips of his streams or like full videos of his streams. I guess it's like an archive or something. And I guess most of them were like he used to have my commissions as like an intro for his videos. I don't know. He kind of stopped even when all of this before all of this happened. Yeah, I guess he's gonna do this again. And yeah, he made this new channel. And to be honest, his description is quite interesting. Just a place for bots. But then you go there and you're like, keep your hate to yourself and your drama out of here. Yeah, this is a reference to my video and the whole thing about me and him. He's calling it drama. No, if anything, you are the one causing drama. With all these reactions, like, you're acting like I'm attacking you or something, which is not the case. I'm really trying to get to a point, and I mean, I did. In the end, I did. I proved everything, I showed everything, while you did nothing, you're just on your PC, crying to your friends, whatever. Yeah, this just proves my point even further. So yeah, I mean, maybe you should keep yourself. Like, out of here, the internet. In the document, he would just repeat himself about how sorry he was and how he was taking accountability. But in the document, nothing of the sort is shown, so in order to take real accountability is not just saying that you did something wrong. If you're truly taking accountability, you go over all the things you were called out for, explain what you did, explain why they're wrong, why you did it, and to conclude, if you're willing to change, you actually work on it, knowing that you don't want to damage anyone else and that you're truly guilty for making someone feel this terrible and uncomfortable. But if you're just throwing a tantrum online, specifically on Blue Sky, that of course won't work. This is all about damage control, and it's sad to see that. You messed up and you're refusing to properly take accountability, and it shows. Like, especially now since you showed that you don't care anymore about what you did. So I'm going to keep spreading your socials for people to block. You can call it stalking, harassment, whatever, because what I'm doing is not any of those, so call it what you want at this point. Now, to conclude this video, please do not interact with this person in any way. Be safe out there, and please take care of yourselves.